But now on to Tonka. I was sent some hilarious clips from people that wanted me to play some of this stuff, and it's called the Tonka Tapes, which I think is kind of funny. And apparently, he's had a lot to say to all of us, especially Ralph and Andy and me. And I even heard that on one stream he said he was going to sue Andy and I. I hope you do, because I look forward to repossessing your grandma's trailer and bulldozing it.
Okay, good time to go ahead and do things. Shit, fuck, may as well just, kick it off with the apology. Won't be too hard. I have to throw it out here. I apologize for any and every part that I had to do with covering up for Ethan Ralph fucking around on his old lady.
Oh, look at Tonka going with the meme that fucking Ralph cheated on Nora. God, I'm sure those 42 viewers that you had there, Tonka, were really shocked by this.
While I'm doling out apologies, I should probably there's a few apologies I should probably get out of the way. I should definitely apologize for paying for someone to sit on their ass for over a year, gain a ridiculous amount of weight, so much to the fact that they put out that they could not work. I should apologize for that. I should have never let them get in that condition. Shame! Shame! Shame. Shame upon me. Shame!
Well, what's really a shame, Tonka, was that you barely paid Failure. That you paid him less than 6 or 7K for the entire year, when you made about 70 yourself, living in your grandma's house. But you're going to talk about how you helped Failure get fat and how you took care of him and made him lazy? If anything, your show would have been dead in the water if it wasn't for Failure. It seems like he kept your show afloat because you lack the ability to produce content or even get to a point half the time. You'll just constantly recycle the same arguments and the same talking points. You've been talking about Godzilla versus King Kong for 8 months. But you're going to talk shit about Failure, who kept you afloat in between you circling out different people to scam, and then pretending them that they would get on the show. I mean, what happened to Aquagen? Where's he at? Wasn't he your co-host? You certainly got rid of him real quick. What's the matter? Did his dark power start to overtake the show, and you couldn't feed him or keep him, calmed down with just 1 or 2 super berries a day?
On me for doing such a thing. Shame. Shame on me for hoping to cover up something even though I don't like chick with the mustache. Shame! Shame! There's more! Shame! I should never have done that. Never have done that. Never have let that man get in that fucking state.
He was already in that state before he met you. Failure has always been fat. Your delusional outlook in life by claiming that you're the one that made Failure get fat is hilarious, because Failure is the one that's been working out and losing weight and doing live streams. And what was he doing the other day? He was doing a live stream with a cute little Asian girl. He wasn't sitting in his grandma's trailer screaming into a mic that he got with Microsoft Encarta.
Absolute state of that fucking man. Should have never let it happen. There's more! Shame! I should never have done that. Shame on me for driving a poor, stuttering fool to insanity. Shame! Shame! Shame on me for forcing 90% of the internet to look up what wrestling terminology is. Shit!
Yeah, I actually take that. I will take that apology. Because I sure as hell did not need to learn fucking MMA rules and fighting licensing terms and fucking what it takes to be licensed in the states that you pretended that you fought in. I didn't feel like reading those manuals, let alone memorizing them so I could bully you on Nick Rakita's show about it. But I'll take that apology. I appreciate you apologizing to me. And everybody else for having to look up this shit to see how full of shit you are. Because it is annoying that every time we have to talk to you, we have to get out a fucking book to try and translate your fucking autism.
Shame! Shame. Horrible shame. But the only real shame that I actually feel, should not have lied and helped cover up the dude cheating on his wife.
Oh, man. Oh, Tonka, it's almost like when Ralph and Andy had to lie and pretend like you weren't getting bullied off your own show by a bunch of people on Cow. Yeah, I remember when you went and you cried to them and you told them, "Oh God, these fucking anime people, they're really getting to me. Like they know where my grandma lives and they're fucking with me and it's really bothering me at night. I have trouble sleeping." Yeah, you remember when you told Failure that you had trouble sleeping because the anime people were so on your mind that you thought that they were going to come after your mom, and you were so upset that you could barely sleep, and that you were quitting the internet, and you called Leo Pirate and you cried your eyes out to him and said that you just couldn't take it anymore, that they were really getting to you, that they were driving you nuts, that you just needed a break because they were driving you insane, that you couldn't even sleep at night because you were worried that like people were going to send police to your grandma's house and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember that. That was a real shame. It was a real shame when the anime mafia that you created, because they weren't even called that, you called them that, became so delusional that you went absolutely apeshit insane and told everybody you were quitting the internet because you were getting bullied by a bunch of people with anime avatars. Shame. Just shame. Yeah, do you remember all those times that Tonka was leaving? And then people would start being like, "Oh, why is Tonka leaving?" And they'd make fun of him. And then he would be like, "Oh, it was a bit. It was a bit." Yeah, it wasn't a bit. He was serious. He really was quitting. He told them that he was leaving. He was quitting every single time. That bit where he was leaving 3, 4, 5 times in the fucking 1 week. Yeah, none of that was a bit. That was him having a breakdown over being bullied by anime avatars. Like, imagine this: the big tough guy, the wrestling champ, is getting bullied by anime avatars and little anime girls.
That one, that one I feel kind of bad for. Shouldn't help cover that one up. That one I feel bad for. Sometimes I'm a bit of a softy. Bit of a softy. I don't expect much forgiveness from that dude with the mustache, married guy with the gun. But I feel bad for it. I did have knowledge. And to be fair, I did admonish him. You know, the old ruler on the hand kind of deal about it. Don't do that. Not wise. Get smarter. Don't fucking act a fool. So there's that. There's that. It's bad.
I've been streaming for about 50 minutes now, Kioma. There's also a problem with StreamMe's archiving the past few days. I'm missing like 3 or 4 archives. The stream notifications aren't working. There's a lot of shit that needs to get fixed. I don't know who this dev is, but they really need to get their shit together because it's just fucked up. Like, notifications aren't working. Archives aren't working. I've got like 5 or 6 different streams that are just sitting in the queue. You know, Ralph's missing 2. SBCC's missing some. It's just annoying. A lot of that shit needs to be fixed. You know, something as simple as you know, fixing the fucking streaming, the transcoding for the streams, like that should be a priority. The notification should be a priority. It's not something that should just be left, especially on the weekends. It should be fixed. So hopefully they get this shit together on Monday or Tuesday. I know that Jim is missing one too. So that's some shit that really needs to be fixed. They also really need to fix what was it, the background audio when you close out of the app. You know, you should be able to listen to it in the background while you're doing shit on the phone. They should fix that too. But let's continue to play Mr. Tonka, letting us know how he's sorry.
Bad day. Someone is saying, I do feel kind of bad for you, Penny. Because if you're dumb enough to go along with something that was canceled a week before, then I don't know, you may have deserved to
have... Dumb enough to go to something canceled a week before. Tonka, you were still sending them blood tests 3 days before the fight. You knew that you weren't going. You knew you were full of shit. You knew you were lying to these people. You continued to advertise it. You did a fucking stream with AIU 4 days before the fight, where you were bragging about how you were going to break Andy's back and you were going to hurt him in a way that wasn't going to heal. And now somehow it got canceled the week before? You know, you might need to go to the same place that fucking JF went to, because I think you suffer from the same delusions. You perceive reality in a way that is not what actual reality is. You believe your own bullshit. I think you and JF suffer from the same sickness.
Lost what you lost. That may have been dumb. May have been a bit dumb. It's almost like if you can't find a single fight that's ever been canceled that's got a weigh-in for it a week after it's been canceled. It's almost like you...
The fight wasn't canceled. You never filled out your licensing forms. I called the state board. You never filled out your licensing. You were supposed to do it. They told you. Valor told you to do it. They were only doing it for Andy because Andy wasn't American and he had no idea how to do it. You claim that you were an expert who had fought multiple times in the same fucking ring. You said that you'd fought multiple MMA matches. You should have known that you had to go out and pay the licensing fee. But you didn't, because when I questioned you about it on Nick Rakita's show, you completely recoiled because you were completely clueless about that. You had no idea that you were supposed to go get licensed. You had no idea that you were supposed to do anything that you were supposed to do. You know, you claimed that you were training Failure to be your corner man, and Failure was like, when the hell did we do that? You just lie so much, Tonka. It's just sad.
You can't find any kind of proof that somebody was licensed to fight up there. It's almost like it was all a bunch.
Except for the fact that Andy was licensed. He was handed his license live on camera when he signed the thing for the weigh-in. We watched Andy get handed his license. I saw him on stream physically be handed a license and told, it's a shame that Tonka is not here. And then he made fun of you because you pussed out. He even gave a speech after doing his weigh-in because he was so sad at the fact that you didn't show up. He was licensed. He literally was handed it live on camera. You were the one that wasn't licensed because you didn't even fill out an application. You sent them a bunch of forms, signed a contract with a different name, sent them fake blood work in someone else's name, claimed that you got a name change even though you didn't, fraudulently notarized a name change even though the court has no record of the name change on file. And then here's the best part. Now you're trying to claim that nobody was licensed even though Andy did get a license. And when I called the fucking state board, they said they'd been calling you all week and you had never even filled out the initial application to get it. And that they had given you multiple deadlines, not for the blood work, but to fill out the application, which is 1 page, and submit it to them. And you couldn't fill out a 1-page application.
Bunch of bullshit. So don't fucking worry about... Oh, I'm sorry, Penny. Was it not canceled a week before? Was it not?
No, it wasn't. You were told, go get a license, fill out the 1-page document, send it in. Send in your fucking blood work, and you would get a license. They were willing to license you the same day. When I called the guy, he said we'd license him today if he simply just filled out the application. It is not that hard. Seriously. Yeah, he said he was going to be in the ring. What fucking ring? The only ring you've been in is a hula hoop. Rector Ray.
Oh, I think it was. And then I think everybody tried to pretend it was another. But you still can't find any record of that. That seems like a problem.
Yeah, I can. Andy was licensed. It's on record. He's licensed to fight for the next 6 months in the state of Tennessee. You were not, because you did not fill out the application. You are retarded.
It's almost like I might be licensed to do shit now. It's almost like you might have been bullshitted.
Oh, you're licensed to do stuff? Please, tell me the state in which you're licensed so that I can call them and double check that, because I can check it. It's public record. So if you're licensed to fight in a state right now, tell me what state and I will call it and I will verify if you were licensed. I have no problem doing that. Should we check Alabama? Or should we check Tennessee? How about we do that tomorrow? How about we call the state of Alabama, we call the state of Tennessee, and we see if he's licensed to fight in either state. Because he just said here he's licensed to fight in the states. So let's call the states that he's known to fight in, which is Alabama and Tennessee. And we'll see if he's licensed tomorrow. We'll call tomorrow afternoon. You guys want to do that? I think we'll do that tomorrow. Let's listen to that again.
Wow. It's almost like you might have been bullshitted. So, oh, you said to your audience you were still, I was going to Knoxville. Why would I go to an event that's not going to take place?
It did take place. He stood in the ring, made fun of you, called you a bitch. He put on an Indian headdress and sat in a wheelchair and got wheeled down to the ring in front of a bunch of people. How delusional are you? You cost the event $6,000. And now you're trying to tell me that you're licensed? Do you honestly think that I won't call the board and see if you're licensed or not? I'll call them and record it, and we'll see if you're currently licensed to fight. Is it MMA or is it wrestling? Because I can check both. I know in Alabama they have a thing where I could just check every single event you could have been licensed for. So let's see if you were really licensed, because I hope you're not talking about that Pro South shit that's not even licensed where people fight in the back room of a fucking Chuck E. Cheese. Just sad. Just miserable.
I mean, I
Sony Vaya.
guess I could go there and try to annoy people into, hey, let me get in the ring. Get fucked.
Well, I think the problem with you getting in the ring is that it's not wheelchair accessible.
I don't want to. That's not what you do when something's canceled. Unless you're an attention-hungry fucking baby.
Oh, you mean like you, who's been going around for 3.5 weeks crying about how you're going to sue people and about how it was a bit, how it was a screw job, how you were lied to and the event was canceled and nobody invited you there? How nobody got you a room even though Tim Loy said he did get you a room, you just never got licensed? Wow, that's just miserable.
See citation for attention-hungry fucking babies. If you went to something that was canceled, I don't know what to tell you.
How about you're an asshole and a pussy who didn't show up when your shit got called? You were bragging for fucking 4 months about how you were going to knock this fucking guy down. And you just continually get fucked over and over and over and over and over again. And it's just so funny.
I have no idea what to say to you. So that we went to a city? That's yeah. City's a big place.
Yeah, you know what else is a big place? The amount of space that people occupy in your empty head. Because what we know you did is you lied to your fans and you scammed them for donations for months, promising them that you were training for a fight, and then we find out that you never even planned to show up, and what you did is you took a vacation with your fans' money and then bragged about it on Discord, which is a really shitty thing to do.
Big place. Wouldn't go to the event. Didn't say I was going to the fucking event. Not interested in going to the fucking event. The event. The city's a big place. Big place. Wouldn't go to the event. Didn't say I was going to the fucking event. Not interested in going to the fuck.
Yeah, you're not interested in going to the event that you told people and went on a fucking live radio broadcast and said you were going to break him in half and said that Andy didn't have respect for the game and that you were a veteran of the fight game, but then you didn't show up. I completely forgot you even existed. I hadn't talked about you in weeks, and then somebody sends me this and says that you're talking about how you're going to sue me and Andy, which is hilarious. What are you going to sue us for? For you telling me that you're going to hit me with a car or shoot me? Or that you're going to break my neck and Andy's neck? Or that you're going to ruin the both of us if you ever saw us together in person? That you would kill me if I was in front of you? Yeah. Well, what are you going to sue me for, Tonka? For telling the truth? For saying, hey, you're a bullshitter? So let's listen to more of this bullshit from this mentally retarded Indian guy.
Fucking event. The event. The thing where we were supposed to do stuff, canceled. Not interested in going and, posturing around and doing shit. But other people can be. I don't mind. Other people can go up and do the things that let's go posture in the fucking ring. It was fucking pathetic. If you don't think so, you're welcome to that. Go for it. Over on reality, people know what that is. Sarah Lynn, this is interesting. Why were so many people going to a fighting event to see one fight? What is wrong with you people? It got canceled. It happens all the time. No, that's...
They went to the fighting event because you told them you were going to fight, and they wanted to watch you guys fight. They told you for weeks that they were buying tickets and saving up money to go to the event. There were people that said, oh, I can't go to the event because it's too expensive for me and I can't bring my wife and kids, but here's $100 because we support you. and you took that money for months like a piece of shit and sat in your grandma's sad little trailer and, wiped pine sol on her wood fucking paneled walls and told people you were going to be knocking Andy out in one shot and that there were going to be 30-second fight. And then what the fuck happened?
That's crazy. Fights don't get canceled all the time. That's insane. And it's not like money was put down to get the fight to happen on the exact same day somewhere else where someone else would.
No, it wasn't. What happened is Tim Loy put out $35,000 in a surety bond for an event that you swore to him and signed a legal contract that you were going to show up to. And then Tim Loy got $6,000 in tickets for the whole front row, in which your Kumite fans and Andy's fans bought tickets for the entire front row, plus all the pay-per-view. And guess what? They canceled all of it because you weren't showing up. So they had to do a fight in which the entire front row, the entire area around the ring was empty because of you. Because you're a pussy. So yeah, people put out money and you cost them money. You delusional, crippled Indian.
Was able to, Andy would have been able to stream it and make all the money, but he didn't want to do that. Andy still doesn't want to do that because I think the secret's out that, probably going to get his shit kicked in if he ever did anything.
Really? If you were this fucking sure of yourself, you would have showed up in Knoxville. You would have been there. You would have got licensed. Yeah. Should I really? What do we really expect from this? Do you honestly think that Andy is going to go alone down to a Chuck E. Cheese fighting ring run by a bunch of retarded hillbillies that can't even get licensed by the state? They don't have an ambulance on file or anything for if he breaks you in half. There's no ring. It's a wrestling ring. You want to fake wrestle him like a pussy. You don't want to get in a fucking metal cage where you can't run away like a little bitch and jump between the ropes and hide under the ring like a little pussy. No. And then what happened? Oh, you're going to do Irish traveling rules. We're going to fight him in the parking lot. And then what happened? You had your girlfriend or your pretend girlfriend, Vamp, pretend that her grandmother had a stroke so you didn't look like a bitch to a bunch of people. Because you are a bitch. That's implying if you even showed up. Pretty sure Andy would fly to fucking Alabama and you'd be sitting in the background and then you'd wait for him to try and leave and you tried some gay-ass wrestling shit where you jump out of the crowd and try to attack him and he'd just pick you up and slam you like a little bitch and then you'd be, oh, why'd you put me on the concrete, boss? It was a work. I didn't mean to swing at you like that. Oh, God, my back, I can't move. Oh.
He has a nervous breakdown over the internet. He and all of his cohorts. So now moving forward is I've already actively done more in 10 seconds actually getting cleared and licensed than somebody who demanded 10 to 12 minutes of airtime to talk about how great he was.
Hey, if you're licensed, I'm going to check it out tomorrow because you said you were licensed and you've been fighting in Alabama. So you know what? I'm going to call Alabama Fight Commission tomorrow, live on the air, and we're going to see if you are licensed. I'll call your bluff right now. I know they're not open because it's Sunday, but Monday I will call your bluff, guarantee it. I will call them Monday morning, right, bright and early, around 9, 10 o'clock. I'll call them, and I'll record the entire fucking thing alongside my live stream so that people can hear forever that you're another goddamn bullshitter.
Now we're in a sad state of affairs because I thought he said he was going to fight somebody, and I am waiting on that fight because it seems he's moved away from that. Now
Yeah, we were waiting on that fight. We waited all January 19th where he stood in the ring. We waited January 18th where he weighed in and you didn't even show up to the weigh-in even though you were told you could do the weigh-in even though you weren't licensed. You didn't show up to that either.
He said he doesn't want to fight me, he wants to fight someone else. Now it seems he's moved away from that.
Well, yeah, you didn't show up. It was a matter of official record with the MMA Commission in Tennessee that you lost by forfeit because you didn't get your license. Andy is currently 1-0 in his fighting record. That is because of you. You cannot bitch and moan because reality doesn't line up to your story in your head.
I want to see this fight. Now, apparently he doesn't want to do it against me because he's turned down the money, apparently. He said yes on air in front of everybody. He said,
yeah, and then when he told you, okay, book the venue, you immediately stopped talking about it and then left. Does everybody remember that when Andy said, "All right, let's do it," and then you tried to invite him down to an unlicensed fucking wrestling ring run by a bunch of fat retarded hillbillies? You're really fucking you're reaching there, pal.
Said yes, he will take $2,000 and we can do this fight and he will stream it. But now he decided not to. So if it's not,
I'll take the $2,000 and I'll fight you in a fucking parking lot. So here's my official counterclaim to Tonka. You paid me 2K on fucking PayPal today, and I will get on the next flight to Alabama and I will fight you in a parking lot. The ball's in your court, Chief.
not going to be me, I'm very curious to see who it will be. Also, on the flip side, very, very interested to see the outcome of it. See, because I'm going to be doing my own things. I'm not going to be going through them to do it. I'll be doing what I do. Toward the end of the summer, I have another plan. Do something else and a few more things to actually do things that, I don't know. It's like when you actually do something with a license and you don't just posture and ask for head pats from your...
You've never been licensed, so how the hell are you going to talk about this? This is like Boogie, fucking. This is like Boogie or fucking Wings of Redemption talking about what it's like to look down and see your penis. Boogie and fucking Wings of Redemption haven't seen their penis without a hand mirror in years.
Your internet fucking heroes. There's going to come an issue, though. I think some people are not going to let this whole fight thing go. I think some people are going to actually want Andy to come through and do this fight. He did
come through. You didn't. You know who seems to not want to let this go? You. Because you know you're a pussy, and now everybody bullies you about it. Because you didn't show up. Because you're a pussy.
say he wanted to fight somebody. And I kind of want him to fight someone a lot, too. It doesn't have to be me. Just anybody. Chorgan suggested Andy and Coppercab. Or Baked. No, Baked moved on. Andy versus Coppercab. I would watch it. I'm not familiar with Coppercab. He's never been that interesting to me.
Yeah, he also has more subscribers than you, so of course you wouldn't watch him unless you could leech off of him like you do with everybody that has more subscribers than you. Andy and Baked, Baked is interested. Baked does want to fight. They're in the middle of planning this. So that's what happens when you're out of the loop and you've been kicked off the island. Tonka, you were the weakest link. You were voted off the island unanimously. You're now sitting out on a fucking raft of bamboo going, man, I wish I knew what was going on in there. And people are planning things and living their life on the island, and you're not allowed there.
Neither was Andy, really. But I'd watch it just to see how he fights. Because we're all very confident in Andy's fighting ability. Now, keep in mind, I would still fight this little fucker, and I would still hand him $2,000 to show up.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Hand it to me via PayPal, and I'll be there the next day. Ball's in your court.
I have a horrible feeling, deep down, horrible feeling, that he just wouldn't. Or I'd get another message where he's trying to get out of the fight about a month ago. Like 2 weeks before the fight, we start getting messages spammed at us.
Yeah, nobody was spamming you messages. Andy was pumped. He was training. You were sitting on fucking stream 9 hours a day talking about how you were swimming and throwing sandbags, talking about how you were fighting at Top Team with professional fighters, and then we call the gym and they're like, we don't know this fucking guy. And man, I really need that 2K because I don't know how I'm going to pay rent this month. Fucking God, they found out where I live, and it's like I apparently got fired from my job even though I have a new contract that I just started like a month or two ago. And, I work nights because of the time difference, but I'm so hard up for that money. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh God. Oh, poor me. Oh, just let me put my PayPal at the bottom of my stream thing. You guys can donate to me so I don't go homeless. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, fucking retarded.
Just trying to get out of the fight, and I just don't take the messages because fuck that. There's like a million times could have got out of the fight if that's what I wanted to do. Sad day.
You did get out of the fight. You didn't show up. Yeah, I asked one time to go on the Kumite because he invited me on because he said he liked when I gave him shit on the one show. And then he was a pussy after that because I kept bullying him on his own show. I asked him one time. Dude, it wouldn't even be a fight. I would just clock her in her fucking goofy face and knock out that shit tooth, and then be like, "Thanks for the money," and get back on a bus.
Sad day. You start to catch on the people, they're gonna, oh yeah, I'm still going to fight somebody. No, you're not. I'm kind of waiting.
Yeah, we're still waiting for you to get in the ring. Like, I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna get I thought you were gonna get in the ring and fight people. I mean, what happened? 19th showed up and you're not there.
It's a sad day. You start to catch on the people, they're gonna, oh yeah, I'm still going to fight somebody. No, you're not. I'm kind of waiting. Someone's
The ham beast. Yeah, I'd touch her with a baseball bat.
yeah, I was asked, am I going to the event? And I said, no. Why would I go to the event? The fight was canceled. That's so stupid. It's like, when people, do you go to work on your day off? You just go sit in the parking lot? The fuck is wrong with you? Don't do that. That's a bad day. Don't do that. Don't waste your life with that. Go to work on your fucking day off, sit on the parking lot, and eat some sandwiches. You're supposed to be there. I'm good. I'm not going to go to sit in an event where a fight was canceled and demand time to play in a ring that I had no business in, like fucking Andy. Someone's
But Andy was licensed. You weren't. You have no business in any ring. I don't even know how you have the balls to sit here and talk. It's absolutely just miserable.
yeah, I was asked, am I going to the event? And I said, no. Why would I go to the event? The fight was canceled. That's so stupid. It's like, when people, do you go to work on your day off? You just go sit in the parking lot? The fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. According to your background, you don't work. And the one job that we do know that you have is at your mom's car lot, and you come in whenever you feel like it. So I don't think you can really speak from experience here, Sport. It doesn't seem like you're somebody that's rooted in reality.
Don't do that. That's a bad day. Don't do that. Don't waste your life with that. Go to work on your fucking day off. See, here's something else. Is that, like, everything I've done, ridiculously legal. However, some people have went a little not so legal in some of the things that they've done. They've made some monumental slip-ups. And for some reason, they keep doing it on air. They're pretty fucked.
Oh, yeah?
They're pretty fucked.
Tell me more
They're
about
gonna have
it.
a bad time.
Oh, yeah?
It's a shame. What if somebody did a live stream last night and desperately didn't want anyone to know their fucking address? So desperately, in fact, that they said their address to the fucking cops.
Oh, yeah?
Ridiculous.
Oh, tell me more about it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous, huh?
That's another thing. People say, oh, he tried to run away. Tried to run away from a fight. Dude, you can just fake a...
Yeah, you heard him right there, right? He said that he was going to do some legal things towards people that do stuff on live streams. Yeah, good luck with that. I hope that you desperately manage to scoop together a bunch of money selling used cars at Mama's car lot so that you can hire, a lawyer that wears a nice pink suit and talks like this because he's from Alabama. And good luck with that, pal.
Fucking injury. If you want to try to run away or get away from a fight. Super easy.
It seems like you're speaking from experience. You seem to have a lot of experience with running away from a fight, you pussy.
There were a million ways out of that fight. That wasn't one of them. But I'm good with it. Andy Worski's now having an emotional breakdown. Had his stream hijacked and all of his friends shown to be fucking pedophiles. I'll take credit for that, because remember, super internet, super villain. Our whole new plan is running around doxing puppies, doing wrestling, something else planned in the summer, and waiting to see that good old fight between that guy who's definitely cleared, and you definitely can't look up that he never had a license.
He did have a license. I saw him get physically handed it on stream. You don't have a license, and I can't wait to call on Monday and show everybody that you're full of shit all over again. Because, dude, when it comes to you, it is like playing basketball on the smallest hoop imaginable. Anybody can dunk on a fucking on a little play school hoop, and that's what you are, Tonka. You're the play school hoop.
You can definitely not look. Oh, I did. Sorting with Zoom was a dumb move. Oh, it was. And it would be a real shame. It'd be a real fucking shame. Someone happened to accidentally say their super secret location
I would never do that. I'm not as dumb as you, Tonka. I don't do stuff like, I don't know, commit fucking contract fraud. I've never done that. The fact that I can make a joke and do something like hit a mute button. Did you guys not get that if I say an address that's not a business on Stream Me, I'll get banned? So that's why I was muting it. I never give their real addresses. So you're an idiot. Good job there, all those people that actually thought that they could do anything. You're really knocking it out of the park there.
On the air to the fucking person who then repeats it back to them live on air. That's a bad day. Very unfortunate. I hope he has lots of fun with that. You just kind of watch them all fucking up. And I hope they saved money. And you know they didn't. You know they fucking didn't.
Seems like you're talking from experience because we know you didn't save that 70K. You had to buy yourself all that shit you didn't need and buy Meemaw a brand new fucking metal shutter for her trailer.
There's a reason that people celebrate that a fight didn't happen. There's a reason some people are very happy.
Yeah, you seem to be celebrating it because you didn't get your ass fucking smacked in front of a group of people.
That something didn't happen. And other people are like, man, that shit sucks. There's a reason. And it's almost like people forgot about the Jacksonville thing. It's so weird. I've gotten most. I think
Oh, I didn't forget about the Jacksonville thing. I remember that. I remember when Andy said, all right, tell me where you're going to be.
And yet at the same time,
you didn't show up. You didn't bother to fucking come. He begged you to tell him where he was at for days and days and days and days and days, and you didn't respond. You disappeared off the fucking internet. Oh, Steelhorse. The Jacksonville thing is where Tonka claimed that he would fight Andy in a parking lot in Jacksonville, Florida. To which Geek said, all right, tell me where. I'll pick Andy up at the airport and I'll drive him to the parking lot and you guys can just have it out. And then Andy was like, yeah, I'll buy the ticket right now. Andy goes and opens up the fucking website to buy a ticket live on air. And do you know what Tonka did? He disappeared for 4 fucking days and did not come online. He did not stream. And then Vamp was like, oh, my grandma had a stroke. To which the hospital was called and they verified that she'd been in the hospital since the week before because she had a bad reaction to the flu. So Vamp was so full of shit that she faked her grandma having a stroke so that Tonka didn't look like a pussy on the internet. And then Tonka didn't even fucking show up. You know, he claimed that he was training at Top Team. I called Top Team live on the air with Andy and Geek, and there was no record of him ever training there, and he was just lying about everything. They didn't have a pool, they didn't have sandbags, it was all bullshit. Yeah, the bloodborne diseases.
I've apologized for most things and I feel good. I feel weights lifted. That apology felt really good. Got it out of the fucking way. Trying to figure out what should I do with the rest of the fucking everything though. Because like now I did that for a while. Apologized for what I had to apologize for, then had a fun interaction. So now what do I do? What do I fucking do? We just go totally silent. No, that was a very, very sincere apology. Hey, you know me, right? You know me. How could you not feel sorry if you did something like that? Something so terrible. Cover up such a thing. I'm sorry. So, there, off my chest. Done with it. That had to be done. You know me. You've had to have seen many videos. Oh, someone said that I have to leave the internet at some
You know me.
That's fucked
You know
up.
me, guys.
There's an
You know I
internet
wouldn't
rule
lie.
book.
You know
I
I
wonder who
wouldn't
wrote
lie.
that shit.
Yeah, you know
Someone's
me.
saying that
You know I
maybe
wouldn't lie.
Canadian. I am saying sorry too much. I said it like 4 times. I said sorry for like like 3. I was about to go back and start wrestling for like I do what I want. And he had a fucking piss fit because I was.
You're gonna feel really dumb if I'm in a ring this weekend. And then I was. And then he had a fucking piss fit because I was.
Vamp, you can't be here. I was just told
Why
that you
can't
had
I
left.
be? I want to be here.
I was just told that you left.
But I didn't leave.
I found that out.
I'm going to.
Don't
but
discriminate
I'll be
against
back.
him.
I found that out. You have left.
Oh, why didn't anyone tell me?
You know what's weird is that it originally sounded like Vamp was there, but now it just sounds like Vamp's on the mic and she's just talking in a room that's empty to pretend that she's there. A trailer does not sound that fucking empty, especially one with a Spice Girls poster and a bunch of wood paneling. It sounds like Vamp's in a completely different place and you're just pretending that she's there with you.